Hey, welcome to Arm Wraps. My name is Randy Miller, and today I'll be talking to you about window wraps at the village in Meridian, Idaho. So, on Fast Signs, contact us and say, "Hey, I was wondering if you can do an installation job at a new business, and they're being new construction, and they want to camouflage all the new construction and cover up all the windows so no one can see, because it's in a high-end area, and they just want to make it look classy, but also not people to look in a yucky environment like that. Also, advertising what's coming up next or in that area right there." And I said, "Yeah, we can do that." So the first thing I always asked, I said, "Can you send me us blueprints or a PDF file of what you want wrapped, but also what subjects you want wrapped on, like the glass windows. Also, I need the measurements or the square footage of it at the areas that are going to be wrapping, because we charge by the square footage when we're installing vinyl wraps. And we've been working with a lot of companies around the country, just installation, but also site survey. And so the first thing I told the customer, the Fast Signs, I said, "Okay, from the blueprints, everything is everything going to fit perfectly?" And she says, "No, the general contractor gave us a rough estimates of the windows." And I said, "Okay, do you want a site survey?" And what a site survey does is, what do we do? Is we go to the job site, we measure anything that needs to be wrapped. And so it can be windows, doors, walls, or anything that's weird or something. So we can give it measurements, and then when we work on Illustrator, and we put all the measurements in Illustrator and with the images of the subject. So we take a picture of like the wall, or this section right here, we take a picture of that side, and we get the measurements to that. And then once everything is there, then we charge by the site survey. So how long it took to do, and we'll charge kind of by the hour on that, and how long it took to get there and everything. That's the best way to do that. And the next thing is, I always ask what kind of material you're printing on. And then if it's a material that we haven't worked with and I don't feel comfortable, then I said we might pass on this one. But a lot of times, a lot of print shops out there, they print on a IJ 180 or IJ 40C or One Way Vision, and that's like another product that we use a lot. So that's the situation we go through. So when you're hiring us, those are kind of the questions that we ask on that right there. And also, when this needs to be done by? And they said, "Can you do it as soon as possible, because they're doing new construction in there, or they're remodeling in there and it looks ugly." And I said, "Yes, we can do this." So in this one, we got the graphics in the evening time, and I said we can come the next day, but we got to come like real early because it's going to be really hot, like in the hundreds. And so what I did, I got there at 6 o'clock in the morning, and we started cleaning and everything, getting everything set up. And we started on the south side. This is actually the north side right here, but we started on the south side first, and before the sun actually hits on it, because if the sun hits on the vinyl, it's hard to work with because it gets really soft and rubbery. And so we started on the south side, and then we jumped to the west side, and then the north side, and then the east side. We had to come back the next day because it was around about 1 o'clock, and we couldn't finish it up all the way. So we waited till the next day because it was getting too hot and we're getting overheated. But as you can see, we have a good teamwork going on. On this side right here, Devin was doing the high spots. I was doing the low spots and getting everything set up for him to do that. So once we start getting a little pattern going or a technique, we get that way. So this is actually the south side. This is early in the morning. The sun was coming up. It hasn't touched the windows yet, and that's great. And this is actually 14 feet high in the air, and this is the best we can do. I try to clean as much as I can. It wasn't too dirty, just the first where my head is at, that's where the dirtiest part was. And so it was extra vinyl, so we overlapped the vinyl and cut the excess off where you see right there. And we try to do our best to be as gentle as possible to the subjects of the walls and everything. We always take pictures, before and after pictures, but also we take videos. And this is a prime example reason why we take this video, just to show off, but also show our customer fast signs that we did it the right way and it looks good and everything. And at the very end of all the jobs, that we use a video email app that is called Bonjuro. So at the end of the job, we always, once we get the email from them, we always take a video walking around the subject or the area that we wrapped. Say, hey, George, we're all done, and this is it. And if you need other questions, let us know. And they walk through the video. It's a more level customer level showing a video right there. And when we're doing wraps for the outside, we try to have a clean surface or clean area as much as possible. As you can see, I try to get all the backing in one little area. And again, it was really in the morning time, so not a lot of people are walking around. But if we start seeing people on the outside, in our job sites, if we start seeing people around us, then we'll be extra clean and not have a lot of stuff around us. But other than that, if you ever want to get a hold of us, it's 208-696-1180, info@rmwraps.com. Devin or Randy will help you with any comments, questions, concerns. And again, we work with a lot of print shops, and you just send the file or prints to us, and we will wrap whatever you want to be wrapped, depending on what it is. Also, if you want a site survey, let us know. Site survey, we need the address and what you want measured. Another thing is, if you want everything, the print install, you just gotta let us know what material that you want to print it on. And a lot of times for walls and doors and commercial use, we use IJ40, but also IJ180. And if it's one-way vision, we actually use the one-way vision films for like the doors and stuff like that, or windows and stuff like that. Other than that, enjoy the videos, and if you need anything else, get a hold of us. All right, thanks for watching, and stay tuned. We got more projects and prize coming your way.